My fiance's family staged what they called an intervention and basically told me, "You're not the right person for our daughter in this relationship." I was sitting there the whole time. I simply said, "Well, this is interesting." Then I stood up, slid the ring off her finger, and walked out. She ran after me to the parking lot, crying and begging me not to go. I'm 31, she's 28, and I proposed 3 months ago after 4 years together. Honestly, those 4 years were the happiest of my life. She's brilliant, kind, and has this way of making me laugh even when work stresses me out. I'm a second-generation Asian American software engineer. She's white, raised in a fairly traditional suburban family. Her family always acted strange around me. Not openly hostile, just stiff, like they were forcing politeness. Her dad's handshake always felt distant, like he was being careful. Her mom smiled, but it never felt genuine. I kept telling myself I was overthinking it. My fiancé would say they just needed time, that they were like this with everyone and would warm up eventually. I wanted that to be true, so I believed her. Last Sunday, her mom invited us over for a family dinner and said it was important. My fiancé looked confused but agreed. We arrived around 6 p.m. Her parents were there, but so were her brother, sister, aunt, uncle, almost her entire extended family. That's when my gut started sinking. There was no food, no table set, just chairs arranged in a circle in the living room, like some kind of tribunal. My fiancé glanced at me. I shrugged. We had no idea what was happening. Her father cleared his throat in a serious tone and said, "We asked you both to come because we need to talk." "About what?" my fiancé asked, already sounding defensive. Her mother jumped in quickly. "We've been thinking about your engagement. We have some concerns." "Concerns?" she repeated flatly. Then her dad looked directly at me. "You seem like a nice young man, but we don't believe you're the right match for our daughter." Just like that. No hesitation. It hit hard, but I kept my face neutral. Her brother leaned forward and said, "It's nothing personal. We just think she deserves someone who understands her background and culture." Her aunt nodded. "Someone who shares our values." My fiancée stood up so fast her chair scraped loudly. "What is this?" Her mom tried to calm her. "Sit down, sweetheart. Let us explain." "Explain what?" "That you ambushed us to tell me my fiancé isn't good enough." Her father used that firm, authoritative voice. "This isn't about good enough. It's about what's best for you long term. You'll have children one day. Don't you want them to have a father who shares your heritage? Someone who looks like you?" There it was. The part they were avoiding saying directly. My fiancé's face flushed. "Are you serious right now?" Her mom stood up and said, "We're not prejudiced. We're being realistic. Mixed marriages come with challenges. We're just trying to protect your future." "Protecting my future by being racist?" she shot back. "We're not racist," her uncle cut in. "We have Asian friends. This is about cultural compatibility." That classic line. I had stayed quiet the whole time, watching everything unfold. A part of me wanted to argue, to defend myself, to point out how wrong this all was. But you can't reason someone out of a belief they didn't reason themselves into. So I stood up and said calmly, "Interesting meeting." Everyone turned to look at me. My fiancé's eyes were glossy, her face red, torn between me and her family. "You're not leaving, right?" she asked softly. I gently took her hand and slid the ring off her finger. She made a broken sound. "I'm not doing this to you," I said quietly. "I won't force you to choose." "That's not fair." "Stop," she whispered, voice cracking. "I love you too much to watch you get torn apart between me and them. You deserve better than this situation." I put the ring in my pocket, gave her family a brief nod, and walked out. I reached my car, keys in hand, when I heard footsteps running behind me. "Wait. Please wait." I turned around. She was outside in socks, no shoes, crying so hard she could barely breathe. "Don't go. Please don't leave me," she said, grabbing my arms. "Your family." "I don't care about my family," she interrupted. "I care about you. I love you. You can't just give up on us because they're being awful." "I'm not making you choose," I said. "You are not the one choosing," she replied, shaking. "I am, and I choose you. They can accept it or they can stay out of my life." I pulled her into a hug as she trembled. "Are you sure?" I asked softly, "because they might never come around." She pulled back, tear-streaked and messy, but determined. "Then they don't come around. I'm not losing you because they're stuck in the past. Now give me my ring." I blinked. "The ring?" "Yes. Give it back." I handed it over. She immediately slipped it onto her finger again. There, still engaged. Now we're going to get my things, and I'm staying with you. I'm done with them. Her family had gathered in the doorway behind her mom calling her name in a panicked tone. She didn't even turn around. Get in the car, she told me. We left together. She never looked back. Update 1. That happened last Sunday, and the week since has been intense. She's been staying at my place, took Monday off work, and spent most of the day crying and angrily cleaning my apartment. Her phone exploded with calls and messages. She ignored them at first, but eventually checked them. Her mom, we just want what's best for you. Come home so we can talk calmly. Her dad, you're making a huge mistake. Don't throw away your family for him. Her brother, can't believe you're choosing him over us. Only her sister sent something kind. I don't agree with them, but I hope you're okay. She only replied to her sister, I'm fine. Need space. Midweek, her mom showed up at her workplace unannounced and asked to see her in the lobby. She gave this dramatic speech about family loyalty and how I was manipulating and isolating her. My fiancé calmly told her that showing up at her job was inappropriate and went back upstairs. Security eventually escorted her mom out. A few nights later, we were cooking dinner when my phone rang from an unknown number. I answered without thinking. Is this him? A woman's voice asked. It was her mom. The man stealing my daughter? My fiancé came over and put the call on speaker. I want you to understand what you're doing to this family, her mom continued. My daughter won't speak to us. You've manipulated her. Mom, I can't hear you, my fiancé said firmly. That's not what happened. You told him he wasn't good enough because he's Asian. We did not. We said you weren't compatible. You literally said I should marry someone who looks like me. That is racism. Her mom's voice turned cold. If you marry him, don't expect us at the wedding. My fiancé didn't hesitate. Then don't expect an invitation. Click. We just stood there in silence before she started laughing in disbelief. Did my mom just uninvite herself to my wedding? The next day her brother called, saying their dad's blood pressure was high and she was being selfish. She replied, I'm not the one who held an intervention to break up my own relationship. We decided we didn't need a big wedding. I'd marry you in a parking lot at this point. I joked. That weekend we had dinner with my parents. She told them everything and my mom immediately held her hand and said, I'm so sorry. Their loss. My dad nodded and said, You love our son. That's all that matters. She cried, this time happy tears. Update 2. About 2 weeks after the intervention, her dad sent a long email after much prayer and thought. They said they would lovingly distance themselves if she continued down this path. The door, they wrote, was open for her, but not for me. She stared at the screen for a long time, then typed a reply. I'm not losing anything except people who would rather lose their daughter than admit they're wrong. A door that excludes the person I love is not a door I will walk through. Don't contact me unless it's to apologize to both of us. She sent it and turned her phone off as calls immediately started pouring in. We booked a small garden venue for about 40 to 50 people. When the coordinator asked about family involvement, she simply said, just his family. Mine isn't invited. She was strong, but I could see the sadness when she thought I wasn't looking. Eventually, even her sister admitted she should have spoken up earlier and distanced herself from their parents after a big argument. Final update. About 6 weeks later, her dad emailed again with only attachments, her birth certificate, documents, everything. No message, just a silent "we're done." She downloaded them, replied, received, and closed the laptop. I kept hoping they'd realize what they were doing, she said quietly. But now I know they won't. And oddly, that makes it easier. We focused on planning the wedding. Simple, small, meaningful. My parents walked her down the aisle because she asked them to. Her sister sat in the front row on her side. The wedding was intimate and perfect. The absences were noticeable, but they didn't ruin anything. After our honeymoon, a card from her mom arrived. I heard you went through with it. I hope you understand what you've done to this family. When you're ready to make things right, we'll be here. My wife read it twice, then calmly threw it in the trash. She still talks to her sister, and they're slowly rebuilding that relationship. Her parents, brother, and extended family remain silent. She changed her phone number recently and said it felt like finally closing a door that should have been shut long ago. She has sad moments sometimes, especially during holidays, but she always squeezes my hand and says, I'd choose you again. And I believe her. We built our own family now, one made of people who show up and accept us. Her parents may never change, And that's heartbreaking, but it's their decision. We're married, we're happy, and we're moving forward together. Not the ending I imagined when I walked out of that intervention, but maybe a better one.